let's talk about the app. Both of these lights are Bluetooth compatible. So that means that you could use your smartphone to control them. There's an app. Just go to the Apple Store or the Play, and you could download the app. It's free, and it is called the AtomCube CuberSync. And then you go to Add Device, and it sees my two lights. It sees my RX7 and it sees my RX50. So I just add, and it's just that simple. So now let's control the RX7. And there we're starting off in the HSI mode. And we're going to go to a different color. So we'll go to the red, blue, green. And we can go anywhere around this color wheel to whatever color. But also what's great is there are presets. So we can go to a true red, orange, yellow, green, cyan, blue, and purple. You could also change the output. Very easily. So the next mode we go to is hue and saturation. So we have these bright, intense colors. Let's tone it down a little bit. So it's almost a white. We could turn it up, turn it down. Let's put it back to full. Then let's go to the CCT mode. And these are standard lights. Let's go ahead and hit one of the presets down here, and that brings it to 2500 Kelvin. We could use the color wheel and go around and change this from 8500 to 2500 easily. What is also great is you can dim them as much as you want, down to 0 to 100. But the greatest thing is the color shift. So if you're in a room with fluorescent lighting, you can change it. You could add a little bit of green, you could add a little bit of magenta, and you can adjust the color to exactly match your ambient light. We'll set that back to 0. There's also RGB, where you could actually select individual colors. You could select your red, so just your red diodes are lit, your green diodes. Bring down the red, and you have only green. Or you could bring up the blue, bring down the green, bring up the blue. And you could bring in the daylight and the tungsten. Bring down, pretty much mix your own colors the way you want. And of course, dimming from 0 to 100. You could also preset colors down on the bottom here. You can save those circles. You can save presets for yourself. So now we go to the scenarios. So there's a bunch of different scenarios like we showed. We have the lightning, various lightnings, fluorescent flashing lights. We have the full color spectrum, the party lights, full cycling, all the police lights, TV, the fire, and the flame. All of them, you can change the speed, which is 100% now. You could change it back up to 100%. And of course, you could change the dimming or intensity. So now let's group multiple lights together. So we have our RX50 and our RX7, and we're going to go to group. So we're going to create a group and just hold down the group 1, and we are going to edit and add the two lights together. We have successfully added the groups and created a group. So there's a total of 2 devices in group 1. So now when we go to RGB, we could change all the intensities, the colors of multiple lights at the same time. So they're exactly the same intensity and color. We could also do that with the CCT mode, go from tungsten to daylight. We could still use all the presets. Everything is the same, but now they're in tandem. And we can do that up to 65,000 lights. Pretty amazing. You could also do group all. And then all of the lights within the group will change. Instead of creating a group, you could use all of the lights which are in the system. So this is the new app, and this is only available for the RX7 and the RX50. The RX1 has its own app, very similar, but they're not compatible. Now the lights being Bluetooth, they are available for firmware updates. So when I got mine, we had a firmware update, super simple to do by using the device. So first, you want to click on the light that you want to update. So we're going to do the 50, okay? And then we're going to go to the 3 dots, and we are going to About Device, and there it is. It says check for firmware updates. And you do it, and of course I just updated, so we're good. But it's very easy to do. So when you add a device, you can put a custom name on it. Now it default says what the light is. It's an RX50, and that's the first one. But if we want to do a custom name, you just click right there, and there it is. Now we could back it up, and we can call it Scott's RX50. Simple. That way, if you have multiple lights, you're using it with other people, you can identify the light, or if you have a tag on there for light number 1, 2, 3, you could clearly see it from across the room and know which light you're controlling. And you could also swipe. Instead of clicking them, you could just swipe and see the different groups. Swipe left, swipe right, and it goes to the next one. So another thing we haven't talked about is the DJ mode. And by clicking that, the songs within your phone, you can turn them into light shows. Just by simply clicking one of the songs, it'll make a light show with that song. Kind of fun. So in conclusion, the app is just very intuitive, has a lot of functions. You can control everything that you can with the app actually on the light. It's a little easier, I found. It's more visual, and you can connect different lights together to form groups, up to 65,000 of them. You can add your groups together. That pretty much covers the app.